guess who's in the Super Bowl? Y'all guessed it. The Patriots, baby. We are back, baby. We had our downfall. We had our rebuild yet. And guess who's going back to the Super Bowl like I told y'all? Shout out to the New England Patriots, man. We back in the bowl. We barely won any games. We had consecutive top 5 picks in the draft, and we are back in the bowl, baby. You all prayed for our downfall, and we back, baby. They said we wasn't going to beat Denver. What do? We beat Denver. They said we're not going to beat the Houston Texans. Generational defense. What do? We beat them. They said we ain't going to get past the Chargers. What do? We beat them. Drake Maye just in a gauntlet of defenses. The man just played 3. Uno, dos, tres. 3 top 5 defenses in an NFL season. Your favorite quarterback never did it. Brady never did it. Dan Marino never did it. Brett Favre never did it. Drew Brees never did it. Peyton Manning never did it. Name any of them great quarterbacks. They ain't do what this Drake Maye just did. And this is a second-year sophomore player. This man just went up against 3 top 5 defenses in the regular season and conquered them all. We are back running the AFC East. The Bills don't run it no more. The Jets don't run it no more. The Dolphins don't run it no more. We back, baby. We back. It's over. Shout out to my man Gonzo. Shout out to Milton Williams. Shout out to Drake Maye, of course. Shout out to Mike Babel. Shout out to the whole New England squad. Because guess what? Y'all thought Denver was going to come. Y'all thought Denver was going to beat us. Y'all thought Jared Stidham was him. Y'all was lied to. They lied to y'all. He was mid. Terrible. Mucho caliente basura. What's good, Barbody? We beat them. Jared Stidham, yes, he had a good first round. He had a good first half. He had an excellent first half. And went to that second half. He disappeared. He turned into the great Houdini. We back. It was good, Tony. We are back, baby. They thought Denver. They thought Jared Stidham was him. And what happened? He was mucho caliente basura, way. He had a good first half. But when that second half kicked in, that defense was turned up on him. Milton Williams was getting pressure on him. That running game wasn't working for him. What happened? Now you can blame the weather conditions. It was very nasty weather conditions. I ain't going to lie to y'all. It was disgusting weather conditions. I mean, it was snowy. It was cold. You could barely see the field. And to be honest, the Patriots were at a more disadvantage because they had on them white jerseys, which is very hard to see in the snow. Drake Maye is a top 10 quarterback in this league. He did something Josh Allen can't do. He did something Lamar Jackson can't do. And we're talking about a roster that has no elite weapons on offense, man. None. You got an old Stephon Diggs who's been very good this season. I'll give him credit to that. You got Booty. That's our deep threat. He did not have a good game. The corner locked him up. Well, I can't think. Patrick Surtain basically locked him up. Saber Trade Trust 6-7 high. What's good? What's good? I mean, the only thing that was working, Ramon J. Stevenson was the run game was working fine for us. We got not an old Ramon J. Stevenson. Y'all remember in the beginning of the year, he was having fumbling problems. He almost got sacked. Travion Henderson, again, I told y'all, he's streaky. He doesn't block well. He doesn't have the explosiveness. He's a smaller back when compared to Ramon J. Stevenson. He's going to be good, but right now, his rookie year, he did not look that good. And shout out to Gonzo for getting the key pick, man. He got the pick. He said, oh, give me that. The best corner in the league, baby. Gonzo is him. We're talking about an all-pro caliber corner. We are talking about a deep point NFL type corner. We talking about one of the greatest corners of all time. To add on to what the Patriots have throughout history, we had the Darrell Revis, we had the Shante Samuels, we had the who else? Who else? We had other corners that are slip my mind right now. But we always kept a good corner with us. A Ty Law. We had a Ty Law who won our Super Bowl ones. We always keep a good shutdown corner. And the man was playing man. So did he get burnt on a play? There was a play. He did get burnt by what's the brother's name? Not little Jordan Humphrey. One of the receivers he did get burnt by 100%. He got burnt on the route. It looks like it was a miscommunication between him and the safety. I think it was Woodson. He missed it. But yeah. The Patriots are back in the bowl, man. I've been grinding for this and crying for this. I watched my team. I lived through the Bailey Zapp days. Bailey Zapp and Mac Jones. We were garbage. We couldn't make the playoffs. We out here getting 4 to 5 wins. Been struggling within the last 3 seasons. I believe we won about 9 games. Hi, what's good? And yeah, we still found a way to win the game, man. I'm just happy to see the Patriots back in the bowl. I told y'all Jared Stidham is mucho galante basura. He's a backup for a reason. The weather conditions were terrible, but we were able to do something that Denver Broncos couldn't do. That was run the football. And where Sean Payton really lost this game at, instead of kicking the field goal to go up 10-0, I think it was 10-0. I could be wrong on the score, but I know they were up. Instead of kicking the field goal, he turned the ball over. You got to take the points. You're in a defensive battle with a top 5 defense, one of the best defenses in the league, one of the best defenses in the playoffs, if not best defense in the playoffs. You take the points. Points are at an all-time premium. That is situational football, Sean Payton. You are not a rookie head coach. You've been in this league. And you're talking about a team that has a very great red zone defense. Especially, you're talking about a team that's very good on 4th down in the red zone. We're talking about a team, I get it was a yard or 2. I don't remember exactly how many yards it was. But you're supposed to kick that field goal. You take your 3 points, you trust your defense. Because once you went for that 4th down and did not convert, the momentum switched to New England. Now, I will say this. Drake Maye has not been he has not been very good in these playoffs, in this playoff run. But I think you can argue he's been average. He moved the ball against the Chargers. He threw for 3 touchdowns against the Texans, a team that no other quarterback had more than 2 passing touchdowns on. He made key plays against the Broncos, key scrambling yards. He made the key throw to Matt Collins on the third and deep, third and long ball. So he's doing the little things. Rushing for the first down, using his legs. But shout out to Mike Vrabel for playing elite situational football. For knowing that, okay, it's bad weather conditions. This is a very good defense. We're going to have to take some shots. But I don't want to turn this ball over. We're going to strictly stick to our run game and hope for the best. And boy, did it work. Will Campbell has not been good in this postseason. I get it. He's a rookie. He's been playing against elite level defenders. But, man, he's going to have a lot to work on. I need him to get better. I need him to be an all-pro caliber tackle. Shout out to the 13 people that's in the live right now. The 11 people on X, the 2 people on YouTube. But yeah, the Patriots get it done. I mean, it was an ugly game, ugly fought game. Drake Maye didn't have his best game. I mean, he's been struggling in his playoffs. But we're talking about a second-year guy going against elite defenses. We're talking about a guy going against 3 of the top 5 defenses in the regular season. We're talking about a guy who just faced a generational defense in the Houston Texans, and arguably top 10 defense of all time, top 15 to be on the safe side defense. I mean, he has growing pains. One thing I like about Drake Maye, he's been taking care of the ball for the most part. He hasn't let it get to him. Bro, get off screen. There's only 2 people, and I'm about to get out. Well, you have a good day, my man. Have a good day, sir. I appreciate you stopping by and making that comment. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, Drake Maye is one of them, man. He's a great quarterback. I think he's an all pro caliber car. No, I'm playing. You funny. He's an all pro caliber quarterback. I think if Drake Maye goes out here and wins the Super Bowl, you gotta put him in top 5 talks. He has to be in that conversation. He's the best quarterback in the AFC East, in my opinion, or the AFC least, as y'all like to call it. He better than Josh Allen. He better than Tua. Nobody knows who the Jets quarterback is. Whoever the Jets quarterback is, Drake Maye better than them. When we're talking about, yeah, you're very true. You're a great shooter. Appreciate that, Enos. Appreciate that, my guy. All love. Shout out to the 18 people that's in this live right now. But when you look at Drake Maye, and then Buffalo, y'all really tried to convince us Stephon Diggs was the problem. He's a diva. Mostly all the receivers in the league are divas. But Stephon Diggs is about to make a Super Bowl before Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs just won an AFC Championship game on a different team before Josh Allen. And ironically enough, if I'm not mistaken, he played with Sam Darnold on the Vikings. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking the wrong quarterback. But yeah, but we were told in Buffalo, Stephon Diggs was the reason why they weren't winning games. He was holding the Bills back. He was the problem. But Diggs goes to a new team, very productive. He's helping out the young guys. He got 1,000 yards this season, and he's playing in his first ever Super Bowl. A Super Bowl that he has a very good chance of winning. The Patriots have a good chance of winning the Super Bowl. We're going to talk about that Rams game in a minute, between the Rams and Seahawks. But we were lied to. Maybe Josh Allen really is the problem. Maybe the Buffalo Bills' biggest op is Josh Allen. The problem I have with Josh Allen, he is an elite quarterback. Won't take that away from him. But when you're ranking him and saying things like he's the second best quarterback in the league, the best quarterback in the league this season, he's a good playoff performer. But how much do we value these playoff performances when he's getting outplayed by a Patrick Mahomes, when he's getting outplayed by a Bo Nix, when he's getting outplayed by Joe Burrow? How much does that value? We're talking about a guy who has yet to win an AFC Championship game. We're talking about a guy who has yet to win a Super Bowl. We're talking about a guy who's, you can make the argument, was the most experienced and best quarterback in this playoff run in the AFC. We're talking about a guy who had Cook, who was the best running back in the league. James Cook was the best running back this season in the league. We're talking about a guy who had a top 10 defense in the regular season. We're talking about a guy who has decent weapons. Khalil Shakur, Dawson Knox, a Keon Coleman, who is a trash receiver. I'll give you that. You have a Brendan Cooks. So you had decent enough weapons, but ultimately you underperformed by Bo Nix. And which makes it worse. That game was very winnable. You could have won that game, Josh Allen. So when I'm looking at a guy like Drake Maye go through the gauntlet of defenses, doing something historical we have never seen done in NFL history. I'm sorry, I'm taking that guy over Josh Allen. Give me Drake Maye, baby, all day, every day. You understand what I'm saying? And don't let him win a Super Bowl and perform in the Super Bowl. And then it's really over. But shout out to the Patriots. I told y'all we was going to the Super Bowl. And now, guess what I'm about to tell y'all? We winning the Super Bowl, baby. And when we win, I'll be unbearable. Because that's all I'm going to talk about. That's all I'm going to bring up. Baby, I'm about to go to my Drake Maye jersey as soon as I get off this stream. Because Drake Maye is really one of them. I'm looking at a more athletic Tom Brady. I'm looking at Bill Belichick and Tom Brady Dynasty 2.0. We're about to be living in Drake Maye and Mike Vrabel Dynasty. Remember, Drake Maye still on his rookie contract. This team going to next season, has the second most cap money. So they go get people. And now after seeing this, what they just did, you know teams are going to want to go play in New England. And the thing about Mike Vrabel, he knows the kind of guys he wants. He knows the kind of guys that fit his system, his mold. He go gets the blue, hardworking guys. He likes a physical defense. He likes to win in the trenches. He likes his D-line and O-line to win in them trenches. He wants linebackers that can cover. That can cover and can blitz. That can do both. We're talking about Carlson Davis and Gonzo looking like the best secondary in the league. We're talking about Marcus Jones, who's a very good slot corner. I mean, we're talking about a very good special teams. We're talking about a that is top 5 that's only going to get better. But enough about my Patriots. We're going to tap into this. Excuse me. We're going to tap into the Seattle Rams game. Matthew Stafford put up one heck of a game. I will say that right here, right now. I ain't going to lie to you. He put in one heck of a game. But that Rams defense, them corners are getting torched by Puka and Devontae Adams. I mean, Seattle. Excuse me. Seattle secondary is getting torched all game long. Puka, Devontae Adams. And then on the other side of that, the Rams defense was so trash. JSN and Cooper Kupp. JSN was torching them, and Kenneth Walker was torching them. So they was getting torched from the run game and the pass game. This game turned into a shootout. Again, situational football. I don't understand why you on the goal line, 4th and goal, Sean McVay, why are you going for it? Again, it goes back to what I said. Situational football. You're not a rookie head coach. Take the points. Because now you dig yourself into a deeper hole. I understand you're trying to play to get to the Super Bowl, but you got to understand situational football. You got to take points in the playoffs as they come to you. Points are at a premium. They're not going to be easy to come to. Just take the points and trust your defense. I get it. You have a Matthew Stafford. You have Tay Adams. You have Puka, who's arguably the best receiver in the league. You got a Devontae Adams, who, by the way, has yet to be to a Super Bowl. Who, whatever team he goes to, and they go on these postseason runs, these deep postseason runs, they end up losing. But that's neither here nor there. Just take the points. Trust your defense. You have a very good defense. You have a diverse defense. So I don't understand why are coaches going for it on 4th down in the playoffs, in the championship game, in the AFC and NFC championship game. And by you doing them costly mistakes, they're ultimately costing you a game. Because now all the other team that has to do is play clock management. You kind of gave them an extra possession in a way too. So basically you did all this work to get them an extra possession. Situational football, man. I don't know. JSN and Puka, man, yo, these receivers, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. They on that Jamar Chase and Jay Jettis tear. I don't know who is really the best receiver. When you look at what JSN just did, the year he just had, when you look at Puka, what he's been doing these last 2 years, I can't tell you who's out of Puka and JSN. I can't even tell you who's the better receiver is right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't know. They're both two elite receivers. They both went over 100 yards. They both find ways to get open. They both have elite quarterbacks. I'm not going to say elite. One has elite quarterback. Matthew Stafford's elite. One has a very good quarterback. People gave up on Sam Darnold, and Sam Darnold is the first QB in his class to make a Super Bowl. People gave up on Sam Darnold. Most people call him a fraud, especially after we did in the playoffs with the Vikings last season. So Geno Smith must have been holding this team back, because when Geno was here, they I don't know what happened. They disappeared. So we go into Sam Darnold's draft class, which is 2018 QB draft class. This man is making a Super Bowl before Baker Mayfield, before Josh Allen. Josh Allen was in this draft, by the way. He's making Josh Rosen even count. Lamar Jackson. So you're telling me Mr. Sam Darnold, who people gave up on from USC, he was on the Jets, and we know the Jets, and the Jets is make any quarterback that goes to Jets is going to look bad. He just made a Super Bowl before a Baker Mayfield, who went number 1 in this draft. He's making a Super Bowl before Josh Allen, who went number 7th in this draft. He's making a Super Bowl for Lamar Jackson. So he's making a Super Bowl before 2 MVP quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. He is making Super Bowl before both of them. Now, if you really want to get nasty, he's making a Super Bowl before Justin Herbert. He's making a Super Bowl before Kyle Murray. He's making a Super Bowl before who else? He's making a Super Bowl before Justin Herbert, before Tua. Like, the only other quarterback that came after him that made Super Bowl before him is Joe Burrow. That's it. He's making Super Bowl before Trevor Lawrence. Before, like, man. Shout out to Sam Darnold, man. Click the 3 dots and type right to dislike, by the way. Why you gotta dislike a brother's video? Why you gotta dislike a fellow content creator's video, man? It's some nasty work, bro. But you know what, Creative 1479? I appreciate you stopping by live and making that comment. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate that. You took the time out your day to make that comment. Appreciate you, big bro. Shout out to the 15 people that's in live. Well, 14 now. But yeah, if before the season started, if I would have told you the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks are making the Super Bowl, y'all probably would have laughed at me and said I was crazy. If I would have told you the Seattle Seahawks would have the number 1 seed before the season started, y'all would have laughed at me. If I would have told you the New England Patriots could have had potentially number 1 seed, but because they lost to the Vegas week 1, unfortunately, and went to Denver, y'all laughed at me. If I would have told you the New England Patriots are going to be a generational defense in the Houston Texans, y'all would have laughed. Y'all would have laughed at me. Sam Darnold is making a Super Bowl before C.J. Stroud. I just want to put that out there. But yeah, we're getting a Super Bowl that nobody expected. I expect the Super Bowl to be very defensive. I'm expecting the score to be like a 14-10 type of thing. What's funny is these teams have met up before. This is not the first time of these two teams meeting each other in Super Bowl. This is the first time under the new QBs on the new team that they're meeting together. You got a rookie head coach who's a great play caller on defense. We're about to watch a great chess match. I really believe we are. Because now we're going to have... I think these teams are even. So to give you... I don't think one team has more of an edge than the other. I think these are very evened out teams. You got Mike Vrabel versus Will McDonald. Seattle has been great on defense. They don't bring a lot of pressure. They run sometimes 3-4 man rushes. They don't blitz a lot. Going against one of the best offenses in the league, you're going against, I'm about to say Mike McDaniels. Josh Daniels, one of the greatest offensive play callers we have ever seen in this league, who was on the Patriots for all their dynasties when they were winning Super Bowls. He was the OC, the offensive coordinator. Mike Vrabel, who's a very good defensive-minded head coach who's been in these situations. Happy Monday. Daniel B925. Happy Monday, brother. How you doing? So we're going to watch a chess match. It's going to be offense versus defense. And then Sam Darnold hasn't played an elite defense, which Drake Maye has played 3 of the top 5 defenses. He played the Chargers, he played generational defense in the Texans, and he just played the Broncos defense. Sam Darnold has played the Rams, and before the Rams, he beat the Niners. So he played 2 division rivals. He has not yet seen a defense like New England, a defense that can get pressure on the quarterback, a very physical defense. Now we get the fun matchup of JSN versus Gonzo, Christian Gonzalez. That's going to be very good and fun to see how that works. I need Will Campbell to bring his A game because this is Super Bowl, baby. I don't hear no excuses. The Patriots overachieved, clearly. But it's going to be a fun game. I'm taking the Patriots because you already know that's my team. You know, I'm going to pick my team through thick and thin, baby, because we back up. Tell the streets we up. You heard? But yeah, there's some things I want to talk about. Hold on. Let me just go get some things. X. There we go. I'm ready to go right now. I'm tired of y'all talking about the schedule with the Patriots this week. My man Nicholas Holler. Please forgive me, I'm saying your name wrong, Nick. I bet Patriots +5. Smart man. It's gonna be an interesting Super Bowl though. Shout out to Miles Bridges for selling my parlay. Shout out to Philly for being so mucho caliente basura. They're getting blown out by 50 last time I checked the score. Shout out to them, man. But let's get back to this football. So, in the head-to-head between Puka and JSN, Puka had 28 catches, 487 yards, and 3 touchdowns. JSN had 207 catches, 365 yards, 2 touchdowns. These numbers are very comparable. Puka had 1 more catch. Puka had more yards and more touchdowns. So, I mean, depends on what you value more. Shout out to the 15 people that's in the live right now. Yeah. Everybody keeps saying the Patriots had an easy path. Preseason, knowing the schedule, Patriots are going to win 7 to 8 games. That's what most people predicted. I had them winning 5, realistically, maybe 6. End of this, and once the regular season ends, it becomes who cares who. They had an easy schedule. You play who you play, who's in front of you. Like, I don't know why the Patriots are getting penalized for a schedule that. We're talking about a team that barely won 5 games last season. I hope you understand that. Yeah, I did not think the Patriots were going to be this good. No, nobody thought this. Maybe some delusional Patriots fans, but most people didn't. The consensus was. Then people were saying Chargers defense is going to expose New England. They'll be 1 and done. There was people saying that. Divisional round. Houston's defense is going to expose New England. Texans will absolutely win. That's what y'all all thought. That was the consensus. A lot of people were thinking that. Then we go to the AFC Championship game. Even with Nick's out, Broncos are better. Everywhere else, Broncos will be there. So all season, the Patriots have been basically betted against, picked against, and nobody believed in us. But as soon as we do something, y'all come up with some new excuse to try to discredit us, which I think is nasty and filthy. In our last 17 games, we are 16-1. We only lost 1 game. Shout out to NFL Researcher. He provides a lot of good stats on Twitter about football. Shout out to him. Lowest passer rating and coverage this postseason according to Next Gen Stats by Amazon. Minimum 10 targets. Carlson Davis, 21.4. Gonzo, 39.0. A QB will have a 39.6 passer rating if they threw every pass into the stands. Two elite corners, two of the best corners in the NFL. I just love my team, man. Gonzo jersey coming too, man. I gotta get me a Gonzo jersey. NFL franchise to reach championships around 5 straight decades. The Patriots. The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 10s, and 20s. We are the greatest football franchise of all time. It ain't even close. Then we talk about this duel right here, man. 9 for 14, 165 yards, and 1 touchdown. And then we had JSN a $153 with a touchdown. Off for 12 receptions. Both of these guys were getting fed like crazy. Like this, it's a conversation who the better receiver is. I don't think it's close. It depends on what you value, what you want more of. I think Puka is better at getting open than JSN, but the route running is very close. The hands, it's just close. I'm just edging out Puka just by a smidge. I mean, like a hair. I think he's just better at getting open than JSN is. Puka just knows how to just. People be thinking they have Puka on clamps on lock, and somehow he just does what he does. Last 4 quarterbacks score fewer than 14 offensive points to win Super Bowl and in the conference games. Drake Maye did it versus the Broncos. Tom Brady did it in the Super Bowl versus the Rams. Then he did it in the Super Bowl again versus the Rams. And Brady and Drew Bledsoe both did it in the 2001 AFC conference game versus the Steelers with 10. We got value defense, man. Again, like I was telling y'all, Drake Maye is the first quarterback to defeat 3 top 5 defenses in a single postseason. None of your great quarterbacks have ever did this in the history of the NFL. He beat the Chargers, 5th fewest yards, the Texans, who allowed the fewest yards, and the Broncos, who allowed the 2nd fewest yards. So with Drake Maye facing these defenses that he has faced, this is why I have faith that he can beat the Steelers. I just said the Steelers. The Seahawks. But it's going to be a good, fun matchup. Let's see what they got going on. Matthew Stafford is the only quarterback in NFL history throw for 370 plus yards, throw for 3 plus touchdowns, average 10 plus yards per pass attempt, has 0 turnovers, take no more than 1 sack, and still lose in the regular season and playoffs. And that's not on him. That's on the defense. Daniel, I'm not putting that on the screen, but thank you for commenting that in my stream, though. But I'm not putting that on the screen. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy Matthew Stafford stat. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. So, JSN passes Justin Jefferson for the most receiving yards ever by a player age 23 or younger in the season, including the playoffs. And that was a sick one-handed catch he caught. That was so sick. That man got hands for real. Pause. Can we talk about Christian Ellis and Gonzo? Christian Ellis has 4 tackles, 1 sack, and a forced fumble. Gonzo has 6 tackles, a sack, and an interception. Devontae Adams is 0-5 in conference championship games. This is his 2nd most losses without a win by a player since the round was created in 1970 behind John Capellini. I don't even know who John Capellini is. He 0-6. So people keep saying this is a bad playoff run. He's Drake Maye is Trent Dilfer, which I think is very disingenuous and nasty to say. He had almost 300 yards against the Chargers, and he had a touchdown. He did have a pick, though. So, and I believe he had a fumble in that game, too. Then he had a pick, and I think 2 fumbles against the Texans. But he scored 3 touchdowns, which many quarterbacks wasn't able to do against his defense. And then the Denver Broncos, it was basically a defensive game. Like, are we really going to penalize him for a defensive game? I just don't understand. Now my computer's starting to glitch because this is, I don't know. All right. But thank you for the 15 people who stopped by. Appreciate everybody stopping by. I just wanted to talk about the 2 games. Give y'all my thoughts and predictions for the Super Bowl. Y'all know where to find me. Make sure y'all like, comment, sub to the channel. Y'all know the vibes. Tell your mother, your father, your auntie, your uncle, your sister, your brother, your friend of me, your ops. Tell everybody. Make sure they like the video, watch the video, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all know to come for sports. I'm your favorite TikToker, your favorite content creator, your favorite sports analysis. I'm whoever your favorite person is, I'm their favorite person. So I don't know what to tell y'all. You can follow me on YouTube at Crazy Shot Josh Universe. Sub to the channel, like the video, comment on it. Y'all know the vibes. You can also find me on Instagram at Crazy Shot _ Talk Sports right down here. And last and not least, you can find me on TikTok at Crazy Shot Josh. I go live every day. I talk basketball, football, NBA, WNBA, NFL, college. I do it all. I appreciate everybody that's in the stream. I will see y'all probably Wednesday or Thursday. I will have another stream, but I appreciate everybody who showed up. Make sure y'all tune in back. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Y'all be safe out here. I'm out of here. Peace, love, and blessings.